Welcome to Premier League Gameweek 18 recap. So Liverpool lost 3-1 to Brentford to have a very good record against Big Six this season. Arsenal and Newcastle battled it out in a 0-0 draw, whilst Man City beat Chelsea 1-0 to close the gap on Arsenal, and much more, which I'll be covering in this video. First off, Brentford came up against Liverpool and defeated them 3-1. Liverpool won their previous game 2-1 against Leicester thanks to 2 own goals by Wout Faes. However, the roles were reversed in this match, and it was one of Liverpool's players who scored an own goal, with Mbeumo's corner coming off Konate's leg and into the back of his own net 19 minutes in. Wissa got the ball into the back of the net a couple of times soon after this, but had both of these goals ruled out for offside. However, the third time was a charm, and a header from Wissa in the 42nd minute put Brentford 2 goals up going into half time. Liverpool were able to reduce the deficit no longer in the second half, with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain heading the ball past the keeper to mark his 100th Premier League appearance for Liverpool with a goal. The scoreline stayed at 2-1 for most of the second half, but eventually Brentford were able to restore their 2-goal lead, with Mbeumo bullying Konate off the ball and slotting the ball past Alisson in goal, sealing the win for Brentford in the 84th minute. Arsenal faced Newcastle and drew 0-0. Going into this match, Arsenal was 7 points clear at the top of the league, and a win here would have seen them go 10 points in front for a little while until Man City played their match. However, against this Newcastle side, who are currently third and have the best defensive record in the league, picking up the 3 points wasn't going to be an easy task, and by the end of the match, the points were split. Now, this wasn't exactly the most eventful of matches. Arsenal had a couple of chances across 90 minutes, but due to how defensively sound Newcastle were in this match, Arsenal getting a goal didn't seem super likely, so fair play to Newcastle for that. It's not easy to keep this Arsenal side quiet, and a 0-0 draw has made them the first team to stop Arsenal from scoring in the Premier League this season. Whilst a draw against a side like Newcastle isn't a terrible result, Arsenal will feel a little guarded by it. They played well in this match and were not helped out by the referee, who handed out way too many yellow cards, and there were a couple of penalty shouts in this game which weren't given. Everton played Brighton and lost 4-1. Brighton were off the back of a 4-2 defeat against Arsenal, and it seems like they unleashed any anger caused by the result as they dominated Everton in this match the same way Arsenal dominated them. Only 1 goal scored in the first half, with Matoma being the man to get the ball into the back of the net, continuing the fine form he's been in, with the Japanese left midfielder getting 3 goals in his last 4 Premier League matches. After a pretty poor first half performance, the Everton players were booed off for half time, and not long into the second half, the Everton supporters had even more reason to boo. In just 6 minutes, Brighton increased their lead from 1-0 to 4-0, with Evan Ferguson, Solly March and Pascal Gross all getting on a score sheet to ensure Brighton came away with the 3 points. Everton were able to get a goal in the 92nd minute for a Demarai Gray penalty. However, this was nothing more than a consolation goal, and Everton's poor performance continued, with them only winning 1 match in their last 10 Premier League games. Leicester were up against Fulham and lost 1-0. Alexander Mitrovic, who's currently the 4th top goal scorer in the league this season, added onto his goal tally 17 minutes into this match, and despite the goal coming early on, it proved to be the deciding goal in this match. This means Fulham have won all 3 of their Premier League games since his return after the World Cup, and as things stand, they're in 7th place with 28 points after 18 matches, matching the amount of points they had after 38 games the last time they were in the Prem. However, whilst this was an excellent result for Fulham, a yellow card from Mitrovic in the 78th minute would have tainted their celebrations, as it means they'll be without their top scorer when they face Chelsea in the West London derby next. Man United faced Bournemouth and won 3-0. This was Man United's 6th consecutive win across all competitions since the return of club football, and as Casemiro got them up and firing when he volleyed the Everton's free kick to give his side the lead 23 minutes in. This was the only goal scored in the first half, but soon into the second half, United managed to double their lead through Luke Shaw when he slotted the ball past the keeper. Then towards the end of the match, Marcus Rashford has been in fine form as of late, got a score sheet once again for United to cap off an excellent deep display, picking up an important 3 points for United as they look to solidify their spot in the top 4. Southampton played Nottingham Forest and were beaten 1-0. Nottingham Forest managed to pick up a point against Chelsea in their previous match, and they continued their momentum in this match by picking up all 3 points against the deflated Southampton side. The one and only goal came in the 27th minute, with Johnson running with the ball down the pitch and squaring it to Owani, who fired the ball home to give Forest the lead. Forest found it fairly easy to hold onto the lead after this, with Southampton failing to register a single shot across 90 minutes at the home ground against a side that was also in the relegation zone going into this match, which is diabolical. This result means Southampton have now suffered a 6th consecutive defeat in the Premier League, and them sitting at the very bottom of the table. It seems like they could be relegated come the end of the season after playing in the Premier League for the past 12 seasons. Leeds played West Ham and drew 2-2. 19-year-old Wilfred Gnonto, who joined Leeds last year, scored his first ever Premier League goal to break the deadlock 27 minutes into this match. This gave Leeds the lead for a little while, however West Ham responded to this goal with 2 goals of their own, 1 minute either side of half time. Their first goal to level the game came through Lucas Paqueta penalty, and their second to go in front came through Scamacco from a long way out, smashed the ball in off the post. Leeds didn't give up though, and after a couple of attempts at goal, they eventually ended up equalising the game in the 70th minute through Rodrigo, who scored his 10th goal this season, salvaging them a crucial point as they look to stay up this season. Whilst 1 point is better than nothing, West Ham would have wanted the 3 points as still just 1 spot above the relegation zone, level points with 18th place Everton, and already above them because they have a slightly better goal difference. Aston Villa came up against Wolves and drew 1-1. This was Emi Martinez's first off Aston Villa after his World Cup triumph last month, and it didn't take long at all for the World Cup winner to concede, with Poland scoring a fantastic goal 12 minutes into this match. Wolves held onto their 1 goal lead for most of this match, and it seemed like they were on their way to picking up an important 3 points in their quest to stay up this season. However, substitute Danny Ings denied them the win when he scored in the 78th minute. Villa did have the opportunity to get a late winner, and Bailey went around the keeper and was left with an open net. However, he fumbled his finish, and in the end, the points were shared between both sides. Crystal Palace were up against Spurs and lost 4-0. This was Harry Kane's 300th Premier League appearance, and he marked the milestone with a brace to put Spurs 2-0 up soon into the second half, with him now surpassing Shearer's record in the most goals after 300 Premier League games. This sudden change of scoreline would have been a real blow to Palace, who did well to keep Spurs quiet in the first half. And despite coming close to scoring a couple of times, they're just going to get the ball into the back of the net, and the loss seemed imminent unless they were able to forge a late comeback. However, this comeback never ended up happening, and instead Spurs further increased their lead with Doherty and Son scoring 2 goals in 4 minutes to make it 4-0 late on in the match. Finally, Chelsea faced Man City and lost 1-0. Chelsea being in pretty dreadful form as of late, them only winning once in the previous 8 Premier League matches going into this game, so Man City win was to be expected. With that being said though, Chelsea did actually put up a decent fight against a tough opponent, with them preventing Haaland from having a single shot on target across 90 minutes and having a couple of chances themselves. Their performance forced Pep into making some early substitutions, with Grealish and Mahrez in particular coming on at the hour mark, and just 3 minutes and 10 being on the pitch, the 2 substitutes combined to give City the lead with half an hour to go. Chelsea struggled to find the equaliser after this, and in the end the 3 points went to Man City, helping them close the gap on top of the league Arsenal. Anyway, that's Premier League Gameweek 18 recap. If you made it this far, enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and while share, comment down with opinions on any of the matches that happen this game week. With that being said, have a good one guys. See ya.